Hello! Welcome to Hand of Fate 2. Now, this is actually the first time I'm running the game, so unlike my normal playthroughs of stuff, I've not played anything of this before, so we'll see how it goes, but I was given a key by the devs. I think I'm required to say that. Thanks. Appreciate it. I think I'm required to say that anyway. It doesn't matter. We're going to do a playthrough of it. I haven't played Hand of Fate 1, but I have seen Hand of Fate 1. At least some of it. I hadn't seen like a whole playthrough or whatever. So I understand the premise of this and the first game. And I've watched someone play a little bit of this. I watched Moon specifically, Moon OW. And the dev was actually in his chat room messing with him during the game. Because this game has Twitch integration, which I'm obviously not taking advantage of, being that this is recorded and not live streamed. So that is a feature to be aware of. It should play a cutscene? Question mark? Okay, it is. Good.
Your memories are fading even now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance. We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
So, the basic premise is that this is essentially a board game. It has a rule set similar to a board game, just in a more extravagant fashion, being that it is a video game, it can be a little bit more fancy. And we do create a character as far as I know, and I assume this is the character creation.
These cards represent your history and our game. We know where they end, for you are here. Therefore, these cards must guide you to my side. Let us see what the journey holds.
And we have the Fool.
Steps into nothingness, because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
I don't know what that token is, but alright. You've stumbled many miles through this forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you are determined to reclaim your father's amulet. Okay. You finally catch sight of the thieves hacking at a large tree and arguing among themselves. Let us move closer.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar. Do not worry, you will soon understand the nuances.
I didn't play the first one, so that's kind of null and void. Creeping forward, you overhear their leader spouting orders. It's simple, he says. The idiots walk down the road, you push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight and we'll get rich. Why don't we just jump out and stab them, one retorts. Another hooded figure chimes in, yeah, corpses don't put up a fight either. Apparently this makes sense. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. The Empire doesn't care if a few farmers lose some sprouts, but just drop a corpse on the royal road and the place will be filled with soldiers before you even spent the coin. We don't need that trouble. Now quiet, here they come. We've got a 3. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner bringing their wares to market. I'm curious what these cards at the bottom mean. They fell a tree, give us all your food, so we can offer to help the farmers, warning them it won't come for free. Help the thieves, or leap to the farmers' defense. Let us leap to their defense. Why the heck not? Okay. We have a 3, they have a 4, or we have a 3 and a 4. I don't really understand yet. All will be explained in due time, I'm sure. Alright, so I don't actually know the controls of this game. Violence for the sake of violence and theft for the sake of money. Thieves attack frequently and can evade standard attacks, making heavy weapons less effective. Okay. Finisher. Okay. Sure. Okay, so it has a system like what's it called? Assassin's Creed, where you can parry attacks if you time a block properly, which seems to be pretty lenient. I am garbage at the games, to be fair. It seemed to be rather tanky. What's this, hold on, oops. What's that number in the top right? That's what I was looking at. We're gonna suck really badly, by the way. Pardon me for sucking for a bit. I've only played the game for 6 minutes. You could cut me some slack here. We'll get better, don't worry. We will improve. The farmers fumble in their haversacks in gratitude. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well. Not quite, but... So we get a bunch of food, which I think is for healing and other purposes. You follow shoveling bread in your mouth. This is true. We must find the leader. Obviously, we can only move one space here because it's the linear map that we're on right now. The cards on the table that are face down are essentially the map that we're walking through. We don't know what each of these squares are until we go to them, and the card will flip over and tell us. So, while enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin, dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving... What? Oh, I was reading that weird. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin winks at you with wild red eyes. Aha! I don't have a goblin voice. I don't have a voice for any of these, to be honest. I'm just going to read them. I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get this over with quickly, if I have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before sunrise. It lowers a sack from its shoulder. Now, from within my sack, I can conjure whatever your heart desires. Can you? Can I have a ring? The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Well, I could. There was a blooming great big hole in it. His head disappears entirely into the bag and his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. Excuse me? A new plan, then. The goblin pulls out his last trinkets. Oh, we get a pick. I don't know, we already have a sword. Is this better than what we currently have? I imagine so. Useful against northerners. Are we fighting northerners? I'm pretty sure we're not fighting corrupted, whatever category that is. I guess we'll take a sword. We already have a sword, but okay, it is. Okay, it does. Okay. A wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. Okay. So we eat a food and heal 5 every time we move.
Token. Can you find it?
Well, I mean, I can point at it, but that doesn't really do me any good there, does it? Your journey through the forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says they used to walk these woods, giving out gifts. I want to find one and ask for a lemon cake. Yo. This kid's good in my book. Lemon cake is amazing. 10 out of 10. As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet the forest folk, get me a lemon cake." In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. Once again, we have a pretty high chance of success, and I'm just going to randomly pick cards. We won again. Hooray! If you have Twitch integration set up, there's a little poll that runs continuously that triggers every time you take a step, I think. So they can take food or take health, give health, stuff like that. But excuse me. It also runs, pardon me. It also runs a poll in the chat every time a card choice comes up, and you can see live in the game the percentages that people are voting for on the cards. It's really neat, actually. Anyway. You follow the song through thicket and stream until you find an open glade bathed in golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of a forest. It has been 12 winters past. I should have an old lady voice, but I don't. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer.
This is yours now. Even
Okay.
if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token.
Okay. Fair
Nothing
enough.
could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all. Or at least, started it all for you.
A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers leads you to the thieves who had stolen your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits surround their former leader, weapons drawn. There's a 4 card again. Is that the number of enemies? Possibly. Everyone will get their fair share. There's no need for violence, the leader implores. Ever heard of a thief talk about fair shares? Spits one. You turn up and boss us around. We've barely stabbed anyone. It's been days since I've stabbed someone. Days. Okay. Leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings, I'm afraid of urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, keep me alive and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble. You will pay in blood. He grins. Here's a thought. Does it have to be my blood specifically? Kill my associates and I will gladly return your amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide. Okay. Well, obviously we're gonna fight and not give our crap up. Attack immediately after defending an enemy attack. Okay. This is fair. We have a new weapon now. So perhaps that will help. Let's try not to suck quite so much this time, shall we? There we go. Oh, we have a finisher. Oh. Animation looked a little messy, but... Oh, I have to time that slightly better as it turns out. Fair enough. I have to pay slightly more attention to the game. That was a little janky, but that's fine. What is this, and how do I do it? Is it bash? No. Okay, it's that button. Okay. I was wondering what the freaking roar I just did was, but... We are doing better. I told you we'd get better. That guy's own sword has impaled his chest. Okay. Good to know. We did get hit twice, I think. With the battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out a hand. The name is... Excuse me? The name is Malaclips? A bard extraordinaire. His smile fades under your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hands in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side here. I'm an outstanding citizen just like you. I've been working with the thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really, they were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look. He pulls out an amulet from his pockets and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh? Malaclips? That's a weird name, says, scratching his head. He opens a small satchel. So which one is yours? The eagle amulet. That suits you. Very similar facial structure, excuse me. Say, you know what? I'm lonely, you're lonely, we should work together. You've befriended him, okay? We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life. Malaclip says, tell me, where are you from? Good question. Hello? Is that me? Or is that him? This is a real beefy, muscular dude. Oh, is this this is the rest of the character creation? What does this do? I don't know, sure. Let's look at the cards themselves. Not really a city dude, but I guess that's about as close as I'm gonna get. Some fantastic hair, I must say. We could make him bald, alright. I have longer hair, but you'll never see me with a hairstyle like this. So we're gonna go bald, because why not? I don't know what this means. Like, it changes what I'm wearing, but I don't know what that means. What is this? An outfit color. It's a pretty fancy one, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda like this one. I wish I could rotate the whole character, I can only move his head. From Clearwater, eh? That's actually close to where I live. You don't say. Good swords from Clearwater, very trusting. Oh, by the way, I mean we friend. Owe money to Vignus of the Thieves Guild. He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Myrebridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Although, come to think of it, I'm rather busy. Malaclip's eyes a pretty traitor hiking up the road. So, it'd be best if you get the gold and I meet you there. Okay, I guess. Thanks to the map, by the way. That's all that button does. I mean, I can only move to one place, so...
Let us learn what sort you are. Strong? Clever? Wise? The circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
Was getting a sip of water, sorry there. You enter a competition of strength at a fair. A gold prize is available to the winner. In the first round of the competition, your opponent is the diminutive Roland, a halfling from a traveling troupe of acrobats. Okay, so I have to roll more than 10.
These dice are another small game embedded in our game.
Well, obviously gonna re-roll those two because those are garbage. Does it matter how I wiggle this? Does it do anything, or can I just like flick it? I guess I can just flick it. That was a hell of a roll.
Victory. You are learning.
Alright. Way to target a 10 if you can't see over there. We got a 15, or if you're just listening and not actually watching. Roland is no match for your strength. He gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings, then cartwheels out the door. Excuse me? I like this Roland guy. So we got 10 gold. You take your reward from the purser on the way out the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. Let's go north.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface. What is it you're thinking of? What concern is worrying at your mind? Let it fall into the waters beneath.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. I don't know why I said that way. There are 4 of them. You can stand and fight the fiends or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. If we leap, we have to do a dice roll. Let's do leap, just I don't know. I like dice rolls. You dive over the side of the bridge just in time, plunging into the cold water. We have a target of 11. I thought I said 10. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's see what we get. We already got 13, so don't need to reroll. Through a combination of luck and skill, you manage to avoid the worst of the river's hazards. You emerge on the banks further downstream. Okay, so we didn't have to fight anything.
Celebrations in aid of what? You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, or Dulwick, one of the two, you find the villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a larger paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizardman. Ask a local. A friendly stable hand explains, in a bygone age, our town was beset by half men, half lizards. There was no food, no respite, and very little hope. Salvation came in the form of a nameless warrior who hunted the beasts for little more than a handful of coins and a crust of bread. He smiles warmly at the festivities. We honor the warrior like this. The statue is filled with food and gold, and we take turns smashing it to bits with a club. You're welcome to join us. You may keep whatever falls out. Oh hell, I like this. The parade ends in the town square. You watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club and gathering the food and gold that spills out. A local notices your interest and asks if you would like a turn. So we can join in or watch a local go first. Let's join in. So we have 1 high success and 2 successes. Let's go with this one. We only got the success, not the high, so. The club strikes the chest of the treat-laden beast. Some gold falls out. You survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. So we got, oh wait, we have to do it again, okay. At best we can get 15, but we have a high chance of nothing. We got 15, all right. You scramble to gather the bounty that you unleashed. Would you like to try to gather more? Do I want to be greedy? Let's try to gather more. So we have 10 gold and 3 failures. Does it take all my gold if I fail? We're probably getting nothing out of this. Oh, we got 10 gold. By God, the greatest. You leave the town's celebrations with whatever you've gathered. Let's go south here. I want to cover all of the map as we can.
Even more deadly since the Empire has come to power, despite their promises of the opposite.
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? Well, me being me, I'm going to attempt to assist her. Instant win? No, that's a 6. Well, we have a 4. Let's reroll the 2. We only have 1 reroll remaining, though. Oh, we did not get it. We have failed.
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
That's unfortunate. Why, thank you. Now, if you'd be so kind as to give me all of your gold. The woman draws a pair of concealed blades from her corset. Come on out, boys. All right, well, you have no time to react as a group of bandits spring from hiding. Failing that dice roll appears to have turned this into a ambush. It's okay. I need to get better at combat anyway, so I don't screw up combat later on. Oh, this is the sword I got earlier. Every hero must have a heroic sword by their side. This, however, is utterly ordinary. Alright, well, it's okay, sword, I appreciate you. Oh, that counter that these dudes do is actually really fast. Ow. 2 down. We have taken 8 damage, though. 3 down. I was gonna block that, but he failed. It takes so long to do that attack. That seems a bit dangerous to me. It does do a lot of damage, though. With the thugs defeated, you search their bodies for valuables. We have to roll a 9. We have 2 rerolls. And we rolled an immediate 9. We did get a 1. Garbage roll. You find some food amongst their possessions. We got 3 food, 3 more food. Alright. We may as well go back here, because it said it would do something the next time we came back, right? No, never mind. It does nothing, apparently.
Here we come to the end of the beginning. Running errands for mages. This will become a theme, I dare say.
You arrive at Mire Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You find Malaclips perusing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it isn't my good friend the adventurer, did you bring the gold? Vignis has arranged to meet us at the graveyard. Keep exploring. Oh, okay, that just takes me out of the cart. Fair enough. So let's head to the graveyard. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or for easy body disposal. Vignis greets Malaclips with a sly grin. Looks like you turned up after all, and with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. Vignis cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well, now, Malaclips, convince me. What's to stop me from cutting off your head today? You reveal your gold, as Malaclips scrounges in his pockets for some too. We lost all 45 gold. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignis's feet with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. That's our deal done, Malaclips says, worry obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignis grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. This is a fair point. It wouldn't make any sense if that was the case. And now we must fight for this dude's sins. Why are we helping him anyway? Should have killed him on the spot. Oh, hello. A fire breather. Vignis the Crazed. Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchists throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is of no use to you here. Okay. Probably should dodge that, shouldn't I? Alright, he can throw those really fast at point blank range, as it turns out. Ow. Alright, this is going poorly. I want to get rid of him, but he probably has a lot of health. Hello. Windows has decided to inform me of something. Aha! Invulnerability frames. Flames? Aha! Oh, that was not the right button. He does indeed have a lot of health, if you're curious. Not anymore, he doesn't. Oh, that's... God damn it. We will get better, I promise. It's just gonna take some time. I was going to block that, but you're garbage at your job, my friend. There we go. That 100% could have gone far better. Malaclips scratches his chin, thoughtfully. It seems you could do with someone savvy to help you navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. Like maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two. Okay.
Well done. You have cleared the first challenge, and now we can move on to the next.
So we got Cardinal Blade and a Bastion of Purification. That sounds rather fancy. For completing the Fool, we get Market Thief, Tarts, Pies, and Exotic Lies. Fork in the Road and Arm Wrestling. For befitting Maleclips, we get his Problem and the Trickster. For finding the Forest Folk, we get the Old Maiden. And that's it. Fair enough.
Welcome to my challenges. Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
Okay, so we completed the Fool. Next up is the Magician, I guess. But that's it for this video, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time where we complete the Magician.